Bloomberg recently said something that is making waves in the business world. They think that the value of XRP will go through the roof and could even go over $60,000. A Bloomberg expert made this bold claim. They said that XRP is like Bitcoin for banks. These rumors have been backed up by Bloomberg and hashtag 039's business news experts. This ISN and hashtag 039T just a guess, then. This is based on information from a reliable source. More and more people are talking about how XRP and hashtag 039's value could skyrocket to an amazing $60,000. This happens right after Ripple said in public that they want XRP to become the cryptocurrency of choice for banks, similar to what Bitcoin is for the rest of the market. There and hashtag 039's more to these than just rumors or casual statements. In real time on TV. Ripple and hashtag 039's new relationship with the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, ISDA, is also a big deal. The trades they want to make on the XRP ledger will be worth an amazing $1.2 quadrillion. To handle such large amounts, this could mean that the starting price of XRP needs to be around $10,000. In Today and hashtag 039's video, we and hashtag 039'll go into all of these events in more depth. Hello, Coins Alert family. We and hashtag 039 your go-to place for all things XRP. Before we go any further, please hit the like button, subscribe, and notifications, to join our group. Also, once we reach 60,000 followers, we and hashtag 039'll be giving away a huge amount of XRP. There are only 3 easy steps you need to take to put in your bid. Make sure you do all of those things. Write Coins Alert in the comments to make sure you get a spot. Today and hashtag 039's movie is all about the fuss that Bloomberg made when they said that XRP could reach an amazing $60,000 in a very short amount of time. First, we and hashtag 039 going to talk about the revolutionary idea that Ripple is making big relationships in the financial and institutional worlds. We talked about the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, ISDA, and Ripple and hashtag 039's big plan to handle more than $1.20 quadrillion earlier in this video. However, that and hashtag 039's only the tip of the iceberg. We and hashtag 039 mostly been looking at what and hashtag 039's happening in Europe and North America. Although Ripple has an impact on many more places than just these 8. Let in hashtag 039's not forget about countries like Africa, where Ripple is making big steps forward. Ripple wants to change the way cross-border payments are made in Africa by working with Africa. The scope of this project is not limited to Africa. Deals between Africa and a number of other important areas will be easier because of it. Imagine being able to easily send money between countries in Africa, the UK, Australia, and the Gulf Cooperation Council. All of this could be done with Ripple and hashtag 039's platform. This level of global financial integration has never been seen before, and in Today and hashtag 039's action-packed movie, we and hashtag 039'll talk about all of these exciting changes. Let in hashtag 039's learn more about this interesting subject. Bloomberg, a big source of financial news, has talked a lot about how Bitcoin and, more specifically, XRP could do better than Bitcoin. This is not a new story. It and hashtag 039's a common theme, especially when they talk about how much XRP costs at $60,000. Some people might think this is new information, but it and hashtag 039's not. We and hashtag 039 seen this kind of guessing before. Forbes, another major source of financial news, once published an article with the title "The New Bitcoin is XRP, and it and hashtag 039's headed to $59 for 72, this is a striking example. It and hashtag 039's interesting that this story was taken down minutes after it was published. This is not just a rumor, it has been confirmed by several AI systems, such as Chat, GPT, and others. The alignment in these stories is especially interesting. Both the Bloomberg analysis and the now-defunct Forbes piece show that XRP is heading in the same direction, which means it could not only compete with Bitcoin but also possibly beat it. This is important, especially since Bitcoin and hashtag 039's all-time high was around $60,000. When these well-known financial sources agree on something, it makes the debate about XRP and hashtag 039's future value more interesting. It and hashtag 039's important to look into the reasons behind these big statements. Why do well-known financial publications like Bloomberg and Forbes, though only quickly in the case of Forbes, predict such a huge rise for XRP? This is more than just a guess. It shows that people are becoming more sure about the digital currency market and XRP and hashtag 039's possible role in it. The important thing is to know where XRP fits in the world of digital currencies. Bitcoin is often thought of as a digital gold, a way to keep value. XRP, on the other hand, is making a name for itself as a way to make cross-border transactions easier. Its partnerships and technological advances are meant to make these transactions faster, cheaper, and more efficient. This is especially important in the world we live in now, where trade and banking between countries are very important. Also, XRP and hashtag 039's technology foundation, which is based on Ripple and hashtag 039's blockchain technology, is built for speed and scale, which fixes some of Bitcoin and hashtag 039's problems. Because of this, XRP is a good choice for both individual investors and banks that want to make their processes more efficient. So when people say that XRP will hit or go over $60,000, they and hashtag 039 not just making assumptions. The value and effect that XRP might have on the world and hashtag 039's financial system are shown by this. It means seeing XRP as more than just another coin. It means seeing it as a tool that can change the way money is handled. As digital currencies continue to change, it and hashtag 039's clear that XRP is one of the most important ones to keep an eye on. When you combine the lessons from Bloomberg and Forbes with Ripple and hashtag 039's technological progress and strategic partnerships, you get a picture of a bright future for XRP. It and hashtag 039's important to stress the pattern we and hashtag 039 seeing in financial news, especially in the case of the Forbes story about XRP that was checked by Bard AI. This story was published for a short time but was quickly taken down. This is not a one-time thing. There and hashtag 039's a pattern where financial news sites with close ties to industry leaders write groundbreaking pieces about cryptocurrencies like XRP, but then quickly take them down. It makes you wonder why these quick deletions happen and why there is silence afterward. This trend ISN and hashtag 039 just happening at Forbes. The advisor to Bloomberg and hashtag 039's comment about XRP is similar to what we saw before. Even though this information has been shared and checked, it seems like there is a coordinated attempt to play it down or even shut it down. Reports and papers that talk about XRP are being hidden from the public, which is part of a pattern of suppression and secrecy. It and hashtag 039's hard not to wonder what and hashtag 039's going on behind the scenes. What and hashtag 039's the deal with not wanting these XRP talks to stay in the public eye? The fact that BlackRock filed for the iShare XRP Trust ETF is a great example of this. This was a very important move. Still, it didn't and hashtag 039 get the attention it needed. It should be big news that such a big banking institution is taking steps to accept XRP, but this pattern of removal and silence is making it less important. This habit of deleting and keeping quiet makes things more confusing than it clarifies. What do these acts mean for the world? Why is there such a push to keep people from learning about these big changes in the world of cryptocurrencies, especially with XRP? As more and more reports indicate that BlackRock is involved with XRP,